Good morning and welcome. Coming up this Friday, Charlie Kirk's accused killer to make his first in-person court appearance. Plus, the architects of AI honoured with a highly coveted award. And the news we've all been waiting for, why your sweet tooth could keep you looking young.
Chocky for breakfast, I reckon. All right, a veteran skydiver has survived a freak mid-air accident after he was left dangling from a plane. Let's go live to Today Queensland reporter Andrea Carruthers. Andrea, the fact he escaped this is just incredible.
It's so heart-stopping to watch, isn't it? Adrian Ferguson, he's a veteran skydiver, done more than 200 jumps. But on this particular day, back in September, you can see the moment he's left hanging from the tail of the plane, almost 14,000 feet for a whopping 50 seconds. Now, an Australian Transport Safety Bureau investigation found that his reserve parachute handle got caught on the aircraft flap. But what happens next? Well, he manages to cut himself free, eventually release his main parachute and land safely. The ATSB, they have praised his cool head.
Calm and collected actions from the parachutist, but equally for the pilot involved as well. Without having that hook knife, we most likely would have seen a very different outcome. Incredibly,
he walked away with only minor injuries. David.
Thanks for that, Andrea.
Tyler Robinson, the man accused of killing Conservative activist Charlie Kirk, is set to make his first in-person court appearance today. Kirk was shot and killed in the middle of an outdoor event at Utah Valley University in September. He has not entered a plea and could face the death penalty if convicted. Well, some of us may have been unlucky enough to experience our car being towed after chancing a city car spot. But have you ever seen anything like this? A Rolls-Royce worth almost $500,000 has been towed from central London as part of a crackdown on illegal parking. Penalty notices have been ineffective. A council spokesperson saying they're just so rich, the fines barely register. Former Jetstar pilot Greg Lynn has won an appeal to have his conviction for the murder of camper Carol Clay thrown out. The accused high country killer now has a chance to be released on bail before facing a retrial. There is a possibility he could be charged with manslaughter for the death of Russell Hill.
Sydney Airport is preparing for the busiest day of the year, with thousands of passengers heading off for a well-deserved Christmas break. Let's go live to Today's Sydney reporter Sarah Stewart, who's right in the thick of things at the domestic terminal this morning. Sarah, how busy is it going to get?
Silver, it's going to get quite busy. If you have a look now, this is the Virgin line behind me. It is quite long. It is moving, thankfully, but there is going to be more than 80,000 people pass through Sydney Airport today. I can tell you in the last 15 minutes or so, Jetstar's bag drop-off actually went down. They were redirecting all passengers from Jetstar down to another level of the airport, but they were under control. There was a lot of staff here and it is now back up and running, but that is why they are advising passengers, if you're coming through today with hand luggage, get here an hour before, but if you've got baggage, come 2 hours before, because there is a lot of people and these delays can happen, Sylvia.
I always say pack your patience. Sarah, thank you. Skin experts are warning against the viral sunscreen contouring TikTok trend. The latest fad among Gen Zers encourages them to use sunscreen along their nose and below their cheekbones to create a bronzed look. Dermatologists have raised concerns with the online trend, saying they often see young people with serious sun damage.
Australia Post is under fire after one of its postmen was caught on camera faking a delivery in Sydney. You can see it there. The driver's been seen lightly knocking on the customer's door before quickly turning away with the package in hand. Now, Australia Post's correct delivery protocol requires workers to wait 30 seconds before leaving. Time magazine has named the architects of AI as its Person of the Year. Let's go live to 9 US correspondent Reed Butler in Los Angeles. Reed, well, Disney's come on board. They're betting big on AI.
Yeah, DC, the news today is that Disney is investing more than $1 billion into ChatGPT. This on the day Time magazine announced the brains behind the artificial intelligence boom are its people of the year, like Elon Musk and Sam Altman. There's the cover there. Disney's also agreeing to license some of its characters to ChatGPT's video generation AI tool. We've been playing with it today using my likeness, and it came up with this video in about 30 seconds. Check it out.
Time magazine's choice this year is a little unusual. They didn't pick a celebrity, an athlete, or even a single individual. Oh! I'm still talking about AI! Read.
So I think that's, I don't know, AI's given me a few extra kilos, I think, but it's not always perfect, but that is creepy, right? Creepy.
That is super creepy. It's also really scarily accurate to start with. I was like, wait a minute, that is wild, Reed. All right, we might get you to keep playing with it and we'll get back to you later on.
Nobody does that to our Reed.
No, he would never fly out of a
About
window.
that. OK, also making news this morning, a professor from the University of Melbourne has received one of the world's highest honours, accepting a Nobel Prize in chemistry. Richard Robson took the top prize alongside his colleagues for their work in metal organic frameworks. 13 laureates received their prizes in the fields of physics, chemistry, physiology or medicine and literature. Queen Camilla has brought some festive cheer to Clarence House, inviting sick children to decorate the Christmas tree and join in a tea party. The little ones keeping Her Majesty on her toes.
Is that the cake?
Live now to Europe correspondent Mimi Becker in London. Mimi, what a special royal occasion.
It really is, Sylvia, and it's one of the Queen's highlights on her calendar. She's been holding this lunch for 20 years. She was there greeted by Santa, and she was also very chuffed to sit in Santa's sleigh alongside some of the little ones and their families. She personally served them lunch and reflected in an off-the-cuff speech saying that this event for her is what the real start to Christmas is. So a lot of festive cheer there as the little ones also helped decorate the Christmas tree in the royal residence. It wasn't just the tree glowing, but also the kids and their families. Sylvia.
Lovely, Mimi. Thank you.
To breaking news now out of Sydney, and 3 teenage boys have been charged after a brawl broke out at an inner-city shopping centre. The group was seen throwing chairs at a boy, some falling to a lower level of the centre. One boy, a 15-year-old, was out on bail at the time. All 3 were refused bail and will appear in court at a later date. A global first in Brizzy tonight, with Australia's Olympic stars taking on Team World in a fast-paced new format likened to T20 cricket. Swimmers will compete in mystery events and unconventional relays for points. Kaylee McKeon hopes the innovation boosts attention on the sport in the lead-up to Brisbane 2032. And all the action can be seen right here on 9 from 7:30 tomorrow. Oprah has had a full circle moment in Melbourne with a very special reunion 15 years in the making. The talk show icon stopping by the home of one of her fans, who she surprised with a baby shower in 2010 to meet her now teenage girl.
She was the baby in the belly, and now you are 15. I think that's so amazing. It was literally almost to the day 15 years ago I was here. Yeah. It was incredible.
Crazy.
Yeah. How many times has your mother made you look at that darn baby shower?
Oh my God. So many times.
So many times.
Oprah also stopped by a Pilates class and a clothes shop before her last In Conversation event in Australia.
All right, this is some good news for your Friday. Your sweet tooth could be helping you stay younger.
Nice.
New research suggests a chemical responsible for the characteristic bitter taste of dark chocolate, may slow the rate of biological ageing.
That gives chocoholics a new reason to give in to temptation this Christmas in particular.
Just a little cube.
Just a little, more than that, at least a couple of squares.
A couple of slabs.
Couple of blocks, thank you very much. Taking a look at the weather now across the country this morning, and there's widespread rain and possible thunderstorms expected for Queensland and New South Wales.
But summer has well and truly arrived for Adelaide with a top of 37 degrees. The rest of the country is in for a warm Friday.